The Model S and X, to be totally frank, we're continuing to make them more for sentimental reasons than anything else.
So I know that there has been some chatter that Tesla will discontinue the X altogether.
So would I recommend you buy the Tesla Model X? No, not at all. 0%.
You're looking at like a $35,000 difference.
I think that's worth it.
I honestly feel like the brand new price for the Model X is just too much money for what you're getting.
This could be a bittersweet moment. I've personally been kind of saying that they should discontinue the Model X because it's too complicated to produce. You could streamline it with one production line with Model S. You could just make the Model S better.
Hey everyone, it's Kim Java and hope your 2021 is off to a fantastic start. So we started our channel because of the Model X, and there is no secret that this is my favorite Tesla. Oh, I just love everything about this and the red calipers. Beautiful! It really is the ultimate family Tesla and the only model I can comfortably fit our 3 kids into and road trip in. 7-seat Model X, 3 car seats, and 4 adults? So we are packed to the brim right now. During Battery Day, Elon announced the new form factor of the 4680 battery cells were coming to Plaid Model S. It offers 5 times more energy density, 6 times more power, and 16% more range. Elon has also previously hinted that both the next-gen Roadster and the Cybertruck would get this battery tech. But it seems the Model X has quietly been left out of this conversation. Now, some of you will remember that back in 2016, Elon took fault for the complicated design of the Model X, calling it overly ambitious.
So much new technology. And the amount of hubris we put into the Model X was really astounding. The car is made of hubris.
He's also called the Model X the best Tesla we make, and the Fabergé egg of cars because it's the Tesla that keeps on impressing. You know, the chauffeur-style auto doors, the dual-hinge articulating wings, the largest single piece of curved glass in a production car, and the fact that it's the only car in the world with ultrasonic sensors that can scan through metal.
I mean, we even developed a sonar that could see through metal, right? That the military doesn't have. That's crazy. And that was just so that we could avoid having a puck a visible puck in the door. We developed sonar that could see through metal. That's insane. We should not have done that.
So, quick side note. Anyone else notice anything different about the Model X image in the background of Elon's Battery Day presentation? Maybe it's just me, but we know that Elon likes to put Easter eggs in future products in images, especially during the Tesla events. Remember, he snuck in the Cybertruck teaser during the Model Y unveil, and the Tesla Kila was always there for all of us to see in this long-standing presser image. Now, I don't think that anyone would argue that when it comes to the Model S, given the design has been largely unchanged for more than 8 years, that a refresh would definitely help boost sales and demand for that car. After all, if you haven't noticed, seeing a Model S in the wild nowadays is almost as an exciting event. The S has actually fallen to the last place in Tesla sales, selling almost half as many units as the second least popular Tesla, the Model X. Of course, you can thank the Model 3 and Y for cannibalizing sales, but when you look at the fact that the S and X are in some ways inferior to their cheaper siblings when it comes to the battery tech and charging speeds, it makes sense that more people are leaning towards the 3 and the Y. So I know that there has been some chatter that Tesla will discontinue the X altogether, but I don't think that that will be the case. Elon said this a little over a year ago.
The Model S and X are really niche. They're really niche products. I mean, they're very expensive, made in low volume. To be totally frank, we're continuing to make them more for sentimental reasons than anything else. They're really of minor importance to the future.
To me, it sounds like Elon wants to keep the vehicles in the lineup for those sentimental reasons, if nothing more. And it also seems like he still takes a lot of pride in the intricate work that went into designing the Model X. I mean, listen to him describe how the X key fob triangulates an approaching human.
The front door is doing radio triangulation on the Bluetooth receiver on your key, and calculating that you're walking towards the car in a way that suggests intent to enter, as opposed to parallel to the car,
walking by
or orthogonal to the car.
As someone with 3 small kids, I probably wouldn't be owning a Tesla right now if it wasn't for the Model X. Tesla needs a full-size SUV in their lineup. Yes, I know we have 2 other options, a Model Y 7-seater. The Y third row seemed pretty small when I sat in that car during the unveiled test drive. I noticed that they were only big enough for a small child, and with car seats back there, it'll be even tighter. And the new Model S is also said to offer 7-seat option with the return of the rear boosters. But it's really not the same, and anyone with a family knows that. But before I forget, I do want to give a quick shout out to SharePure for sponsoring this video. SharePure is an advanced personal filtration system developed by an EV engineer that will actually highlight in a future video. The filter uses powerful ultraviolet light to kill viruses, bacteria, mold, and other airborne allergens. It supplies a continuous flow of clean, purified air, and it has also been scientifically proven to destroy the virus that we're all trying to avoid as well. It's perfect for movies, sporting events, planes, or anywhere that social distancing is difficult. Check out buysharepure.com to learn more. So let's go ahead and just jump right back into it. I don't know if you guys have sensed this perception, but there's always been talk within the Tesla community that so many more people would be open to buying the Model X if Tesla just built a variant without the falcon wing doors, and it just had conventional doors on it. It reduces the weight, naturally increases range, and it also reduces the cost and enables roof storage. So all those benefits may very well outweigh the trade-offs. However, on the flip side, some would argue that Model X has gained its notoriety and popularity from those falcon wings. And I mean, look at my shirt. What's a Model X without those wings, right? Is it another boring minivan if you pop standard doors on it? That all could be debated, but I could see them possibly going the standard door route, and here's why. We know the falcon wing doors have been a logistical nightmare for Tesla. I personally do love the doors. They make it easier to get in our car and our tight garage. They act as umbrella and are easier to put our kids into their car seats. With that said, our X has had numerous trips to the service center because of the wings malfunctioning. By numerous, I'm talking about at least 6 or 7 times in the past 5 years of ownership between our 2 Model X's. The issues have ranged from dead sensors inside the wing, fallen off sensors inside the wing, heat-related sensor malfunctions, hinge replacements, ghost obstacles being detected, and the doors not opening altogether. There was also leaks under the wing and seals needing replacements, to name a few other times.
When you try to open the door, you pull the handle, the door resists you opening it, you gotta force it out of the way. The motor inside the door mechanism right here is going bonkers.
Every single one of these concerns, though, has been handled under warranty, but I'd have to imagine that the cost, time, and resources dedicated to this and other Model X issues owners have had become a nightmare for the service centers to manage. In fact, Consumer Reports has routinely listed the Model X as the most unreliable of Teslas. And of course, EVs by nature are otherwise supposed to be super reliable. So there's also well-documented issues that we've highlighted on this channel with the Model X key fob, the motorized front doors, which Tesla actually redesigned in 2017. So I hate to even say this, but I have also hit my head on them an embarrassing number of times, and our son Liam even closed the wings on his head at one point. So the sensors have definitely gotten better over time, but they're still far from perfect. With all that said, this car is amazing and enjoyable to drive, and after having been inside of or driven just about every variant of Tesla that they have ever made, the Model X still remains my favorite. Tesla is clearly focusing on their cheaper mass market Model 3 and Model Y right now. So if they could get the X down to a price with regular doors perhaps, then maybe that is the future. We know in late December that Tesla announced that they were shutting down the Model S and X line for 18 days, and of course the rumor mill started churning. People speculated the long-awaited refresh was coming, and now in early January, as you pull up the Tesla Model S or X order page, you'll notice a 2 to 3 month wait times for these two vehicles, which is in line with how long it used to take Tesla to produce these cars back in the early production days. So here is my wish list for the Model X. First, the 4680 cells are brought to the X, which I think is a given if the X sticks around. This instantly would increase the range from over 370 miles today to above 430 miles. Then the Falcon wings are either modified or removed altogether, which I know not everyone is a fan of, including myself, but hear me out because this would dramatically reduce the cost, complexity, and long-term functionality concerns, all while further increasing range, and it would make for a roof rack compatible SUV. So the X would save roughly 350 pounds of weight by replacing the Falcon wings for standard doors, and the range would then increase somewhere north of 450 miles, which also gives you a more usable towing range. You might recall about 1.5 years ago, we were the first to report what is now known as the tri-motor plaid Model S. The person who relayed the info to us also shared that in the version they test drove in the Mojave Desert, the tri-motor Model S had an interior design language similar to the Model 3. Again, this was a test vehicle back in early 2019, but it is food for thought. All right, guys, so let me know what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, we'd really appreciate a like and make sure you're subscribed. A lot of research and time goes into making these videos, and your support is our biggest thank you. Also, check out itskimjava.com for some really cool and unique Tesla and EV inspired merch like the one I'm wearing. We also have fun Tesla-shaped cookie cutters and screen protectors and pre-formatted plug-and-play Sentry USBs on there. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. They're really niche cars. They're very, are you sure? Yeah. I always thought it was niche. Niche? Niche. Niche? Niche. Niche. Quote, they're really niche. The benefit may very well outweigh, after the door latches began failing. I keep saying falling. Further. Why do I get stuck on weird words? Niche, like quiche.